First and foremost, how are y'all doing today? I'm doing more, saying less, and keeping that same energy. You dig? That's what I like to hear. My biggest... Whoa. You can't even see my head. What the heck? There we go. That's much better. Oh, okay, cool. Arguably, the biggest hack to overcoming a weed addiction, and in terms of the mindset of overcoming addiction, is to not focus on the addiction. It sounds simple, it sounds contradictory, but it works. So I'm gonna talk about the mantra to quit your weed addiction, and then the mindfulness technique towards the latter end of the video. When it comes to your mantra, right? Do not focus on quitting weed. Focus on the outcome that you want instead. First and foremost, right? What is the reason for you to quit weed? It is affecting my health. It's affecting my ability to focus. It's preventing me from making more money. It is preventing me from saving more money. What is the pertinent reason that you are even watching this video? That you even clicked on the thumbnail? That you are still watching this video to this point?
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason, bitch? I don't need to explain myself to you. And what was the reason?
Even though we're only a minute in, right? What is the issue that you are having with weed that is causing you to not get as much fulfillment or enjoyment out of it like you used to? You have your reason, right? That's your reason. Let's say, for example, you want to be able to make more money. Alright? So, anytime a craving or an urge to smoke arises, just tell yourself, right? I'd rather save money. I'd rather make more money. I'd rather save money. I'd rather make more money. Anytime the weed comes into your mind, do not say, I want to quit weed. I want to quit marijuana. Because you're indirectly telling your brain to still focus on the marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus on the marijuana. Focus on the outcome that you want instead. You know how they say, out of sight, out of mind? If it's not even in your thinking, if it's not even something that you are mentioning, your brain will shift its focus, shift its attention to the outcome that you are pertaining to instead. Don't say I want to quit weed. Don't say I want to quit marijuana. Don't say I don't want to smoke or I don't want to get high. Don't even mention that. Mention the thing that you want. I want to make more money. I want to save more money. I want to have the motivation to work out, even if I have nowhere else to go. I want to have the motivation to eat healthier, right? The whole idea of the munchies that typically arises when you smoke or when you eat edibles, stuff like that. I don't want to have a negative effect on my desire to eat healthy, be active, and actually work out. See, it's essentially when you quit one thing, or when you at least take a tolerance break from one thing, you are essentially shifting your body, brain's focus towards the outcome that you actually want. So this is one of the powerful mantras to quitting permanently for an extended period of time. And on top of that, don't let anybody belittle you for quitting or for struggling with weed addiction. This is not a race. We're not comparing who has it worse. We're just looking for a solution. Okay, it's simple. Okay, alcoholics, if they try to quit, they may die. Cool. I'm not cool, but like, understood. But I'm not referring myself to an alcoholic. I'm referring myself to the person that I want to be and the person I used to be. I'm not comparing my situation, my addiction to the next person. So if you are struggling with weed, don't let anybody else tell you otherwise, because something that a lot of people don't understand is that the overall THC and the potential toxicity of THC has gotten stronger over the years. It's gotten stronger, so the strength of the weed and its potential addictiveness coincides with the strength. Because if it's stronger, obviously it's gonna be it's gonna have a greater psychological, physical, and overall mental and emotional impact on your body compared to if it was more soft, right? Speaking of which, you also want to go towards more of the CBD aspects of weed, the ones that are less hard. So for example, a very good one to implement is the Harley Sue, Harleytsu. it will give you that high effect without sedating you for the rest of the evening or the weekend. One of the big downsides to smoking a lot, especially the heavy ones, is that you feel like a couch potato anytime you smoke it because you can't do anything else. It just you get high, but let's say you want to get high, have a little buzz, but you want to be able to do other things, right? We don't all want to just be a pothead. You want to be productive. Not productive potheads, but productive weed smokers. Pothead has a kind of a more negative connotation. And with regards to a mantra, or not mantra, but like one mindfulness technique or mindfulness hack is to acknowledge the weed, but focus on something else. So this is where I'm tying it all in together a little bit, right? So you can do one or two things. Either just talk about the outcome that you want, like I'd rather drink water, I'd rather save money, I'd rather make more money, and then go do that action. Or you can actually use your breathing and counting in your head to essentially counteract the cravings and the urges that arises. So for example, right, I want you to close your eyes. For example, I'm gonna close your eyes, I'm gonna breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. And as we're doing this, count in your head. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. So as I'm breathing, I'm counting in my head. So the key to doing this technique is essentially you're focusing on your breathing, which is essentially slowing down your thinking, slowing you down, bringing you more present into the situation, rather than into the instant craving of the urge. And when you are not only counting, but visualizing the numbers in your head, you are able to shift your focus from that craving, that little urge, to something that will better serve you. Essentially, so again, like I said, you're breathing in through your nose. You are taking full, deep, and long breaths, right? You're closing your eyes, and you're breathing, and you're imagining the number 1 1,000, 2 1,000. 3 1,000. Obviously, it's faster than that, but I'm just showing you an example, right? You are breathing, counting, and imagining the number, or you can even do letters. A, B, C. It's better off you follow the numbers because essentially you're able to actually count properly, right? If you start doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you go through the numbers. You'll go through the alphabet song and go too fast. But essentially, I'm breaking it down once again, right? You have your reason. Have your reason for quitting be the anchor and something that you see on a daily basis. What tends to happen after you've gone maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a month without, well, a lot of people, they can't even make a month, but at least a week or two. Once you've gone a week or two, you tend to forget the reason why you wanted to quit in the first place. You're like, oh, I'm the master of weed, I can go back to smoking. Ideally, my ideal recommendation is to go 30 days without weed and then see if you want to smoke again. My other recommendation is if you think you're not addicted or you have no issue with weed, go a week without smoking and then you will know whether or not you are addicted. How can you know you have an issue with something if you don't try and stop it? If you can't, like for me personally, I couldn't go a week without watching some adult content, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, all those times of me telling myself that I didn't have an issue were lies. Lies you tell to yourself. So have your reason for quitting in the first place. Then use the powerful mantras, to rewire your thinking and reshape your focus. So I'd rather have a healthy body. I'd rather go for a walk. I'd rather drink water. I'd rather save money. I'd rather make more money. I'd rather focus my time on making more money. Right? These types of things. And then with regards to the mindfulness technique, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, closing your eyes, counting, and focusing on the number in your head, like imagining the number. The fact that you are imagining the number and counting it essentially deflects the attention you were initially giving to the urge and the craving. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully this was pretty impactful. If you want to go deeper with me and know the exact strategies, other mindfulness techniques, and other foods that you should be eating to ultimately curb your craving and be on top of your addiction, better manage it, or quit it entirely, links in the description, pinned comment for all relevant material. But God bless, much love. Why don't you check out some of my other related videos in the cards, the description, and right here as well. As always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it, and too much of any good thing is good for nothing. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully you're doing more, saying less, and keeping that same energy. I'm a G, bruv, bruvet, mandem, yaldem. Flip the script, I'm out.
You know that we don't take that, we spinning on that corner. And just like the last guy, we leaving for the corners. I'm still fighting with myself, I feel drained. Staring in the mirror, all I see is pain.